What's going on, everybody? I want to welcome you to this week's episode of the Sleeping Giants podcast, presented to you by Double E TV with Mike and Terrance. What's going on, Mike?
Not much, man. What's going on?
Not much, man. Another week, man. Got some good albums. A lot of things going on in music, so I'm definitely excited to talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Cover 8 albums this week. I think that might be a record for us on the pod as far as albums go. So, yeah, a little bit less singles this week, but still should be a very entertaining show.
Yeah, definitely. All right, man. We'll start it off with Curren$y and Jermaine Dupri for Motivational Use Only, Volume 1. We've been talking about this album for a while because, Curren$y had dropped a couple, 2 or 3 projects last year, but we had saw the video of him and JD in the studio and a couple projects that dropped, and we still hadn't got this, but, it finally came to us. Yeah, I liked it, man. I thought they did a great job. I assume Jermaine did most of the production on it, so he did a good job with it. Some great rapping on there. Curren$y is always in his bag. Highlights for me would be Never Enough. I like that track a lot. Off the Lot featuring 2 Chainz. I thought from a production standpoint, that was one of the better songs. Never Fall Off featuring Tip and Fortune 500. That probably is my favorite song, but great project. And it says Volume 1, so I definitely look forward to future projects that JD and Curren$y are gonna cook up.
And we've covered Curren$y a few times on the pod, so he's kind of a pod favorite as well. But we've been waiting on this one for a minute. Curren$y and JD finally got it, like you said, for Motivational Use Only, Volume 1. So, yeah, I really enjoyed this. I thought JD's production was dope. He really shined on this from a production standpoint, I thought. Curren$y, I mean, as many Curren$y albums as we've covered on this podcast, we know that when it comes down to it, Curren$y can rap his tail off. And he did a ton of that on this project. So, I think any Curren$y fan would enjoy this project, and it'd be something that they would put in their rotation. Highlights for me would be Never Fall Off featuring T.I. I thought was excellent. T.I. snapped on the track. Probably one of the better verses I've heard this year, and definitely one of the best T.I. verses I've heard in a while. As you said, Fortune 500 is really dope. Never Enough is dope as well. We covered that previously on the pod. Off the Lot with 2 Chainz, I thought was excellent as well. 2 Chainz verse was dope. And I like Essence Fest, man. I know you weren't too crazy about that one, but I like it, man.
I like the track. I guess the beat.
World,
I just ain't crazy about the beat. That's all.
I feel it.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I thought it was a dope project, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Curren$y. It's just April, so I know we're gonna get another project or 2 from him before the year is out.
That's facts.
All right, man. Next up, man, we got Don Toliver, Love Sick. I'll let you start this one off.
Okay, Don Toliver, Love Sick, man. This is fire. We've covered a couple of Don Toliver songs on the pod before. I've never listened to a full album, so I kind of had a little bit of an idea what to expect musically, but I didn't really know what a full project would sound like. And I was not disappointed, man. Like, I really don't think there's a bad song on this project. It's fire. Highlights for me would be Embarrassed featuring Travis Scott. We covered that on the pod once before. Geronimo, I think is really dope. Luckily, I'm Having featuring Tizo Touchdown. And we covered Tizo last week in the new singles. I thought they I thought that collab was dope, and I thought they both did really dope on that song. Love Sickness is dope as well. Let Her Go featuring James Blake, crazy. And that collab, like, I just would have never saw that coming. So fire. Leave the Club featuring Lil Durk and Glorilla. Probably the best Glorilla verse I think I've heard to this point. So fire track. For Me featuring Kali Uchis had the Maya and Beanie Man sample, so that was dope. Go Down featuring Tisa Korean, Time Heals All, Leather Coat is stupid fire, and If I Had featuring Charlie Wilson. Incredible album, man.
Yeah, I co-sign with you. It's a great album. Highlights for me would be Embarrassed featuring Travis Scott, Love Sickness, For Me with Kali Uchis, Private Landing featuring Justin Bieber and Future. I like that track. Slow Motion featuring Wizkid. Do It Right. I like that track a lot. Heard Who Kid break that record a couple months ago. I like that one. And If I Had with Charlie Wilson, I thought Charlie vocals sounded amazing. So yeah, I co-sign with you. This is a great project by Don, man.
Yeah, and you named like 3 tracks that I thought were excellent that I just didn't name because, like I said, I didn't want to name the whole album. So,
Right.
uh,
Yeah.
but man, incredible! Shout out to Don Toliver.
Yeah, absolutely. Next up, man, we got Millyz with, is it Blanco-6? Blanco-6?
Blanco-6.
Blanco-6. All right, yeah. You know, definitely this is an album I went into with some anticipation. You know, he snapped on the freestyle. We've been covering some of the singles. He's been dropping a lot of visuals for the project, so I definitely wanted to check it out. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see, you know, the affiliation, why Jada would be interested in him. He's definitely got bars. And then, like I said, I'm trying to be more open-minded to the whole auto-tune stuff because he did a lot of auto-tune stuff on here. But, you know, he definitely had a message. And, you know, I definitely think that he's someone who can rap and has talent. So it's a pretty good project. You know, highlights for me would be Over, Moonroof, that we already covered with Jadakiss. I like that track. Tonight, I think Tonight is a real dope track. Yo-Yo, Role Model, and Violent Skies. Those were my highlights. But yeah, he did some great rapping on here. The visuals have all looked good. And yeah, I don't know if this is more like a mixtape or like a warm-up, but he's definitely got something. So I look forward to checking out more music from him.
Yeah, like you said, we covered him with his freestyle on I-95 bars, which was fire. Want to say he did another freestyle recently. I'm not exactly sure what show that was, and I know he was on Sway recently as well.
Yep.
Yeah, that was dope. I thought this was dope, man. Gave me kind of a like I really didn't know what to expect. I expected bars, but he's really a lot more versatile than I would have you know, thought that he would be based on the songs that I've heard. Like what we covered Over, and I think we covered Tonight was the 2 that we covered on the pod previously.
Yeah.
So like I was surprised by his versatility. He did a lot of stuff that I wasn't expecting, and it was dope. Highlights from me: Over, Grenadine, I thought was especially dope because I like when people make songs where like the hook is like, or the basis of the hook is like one word, and then they build off of that. I think that that's just like some super wordsmith type, you know, lyrical stuff, and it's dope. So I appreciate that. Moonroof with Jadakiss, as we covered already, fire. Becoming featuring G Herbo. I thought G Herbo's verse was really good. I enjoyed that. And the beat on that one I thought was really dope as well. Tonight we covered Yo-Yo is fire. I really like that. Risk Takers, excellent track. Scriptures featuring Burner is fire as well. All That Matters featuring Dave East and Violent Sky. So yeah, I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Millyz, man. It's a great project. You guys definitely check it out. Next up, man, we got Mozzy from Sacramento. I looked up some stuff about Mozzy today. I didn't know he was locked up right now. So he gets out May 4th. He's been in there since July of last year. He even rapped about it on the album, you know, about taking the plea deal and all that. But Collect Kall EP. You know, Mozzy, you know, like I say, I think I said this last week. I first got introduced to Mozzy's music through Snoop on one of Snoop's albums. But yeah, Mozzy, you know, definitely has talent. He was on the Venom soundtrack, did a song with Eminem as well. So, you know, Mozzy's definitely making his rounds, working with some of the legends in the game. Highlights for me would be We Are Active featuring YFN Lucci, I like that track a lot. Hole in My Heart, that track is crazy, featuring Mozzy and Selly, I think it's Rue. And then Turn Your Back is an incredible track. So yeah, short EP, but he definitely got busy, and I'm sure when he's home, like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, I'm definitely sure he's gonna cook up some new music and probably did some writing while he was in there as well.
Yeah, facts. Collect Call, and that I guess adds even more relevance to the name of the album, as you spoke on his situation. So yeah, I think that's kind of dope. I just got, I guess, put those two together, so
Yeah.
that makes it even more dope to me. But we spoke on Mozzy before. Definitely think he can rap. Definitely think he makes good music. So yeah, this was nothing but another example of that. Highlights for me would be Free All Lifers. Thought that was really dope. As you mentioned, We Active featuring YNF Lucci,
Mhm.
dope. And Hole in My Heart was probably my favorite track on this whole project, featuring Mozzy and Sally Root. And I mean, it's a 6-song EP, so
Yeah.
I didn't really think there were any bad songs on here.
Right.
But yeah, I thought it was dope.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, shout out to Mozzy. Next up, man, we got NF Hope. This album I know is doing very well on the charts, and definitely picking up a lot of traction. We covered him, covered several songs on the podcast. Like I said, I need to research and remember what song it was of his, but there was some song he had a couple years ago that was huge. But honestly, outside of that song, I don't really know his catalog too well. But so I went into this album just kind of not knowing what to expect. One thing I give NF credit for, he is an incredible writer. I mean, he did some great rapping on here. Um, you know, content wise, I just think he had like a great message in a lot of stuff that he was conveying throughout the project. Highlights for me would be Careful featuring Cordae, Happy that we covered already, one of the better songs on the album, videos fire too. Pandemonium, I like that track a lot because kind of like how a singer sometimes can work up to a crescendo, he kind of rapped that way and kind of hit some pockets on that song. I thought that was pretty impressive. Gone featuring Julia Michaels, I like that track. Bullet was fire. Turn My Back, great track. And Mistake. But yeah, he had some great songs on here. I like how he kind of talked about not having, hanger-ons or people kind of brown nosing being around you, fake friends, family and people like that. So he, had a message on there, and I can kind of see why, some people are into his music. I thought he did a good job on here.
Yeah. Well, interestingly enough, I think a lot of the songs that you named were songs that I personally, I wouldn't say I didn't like,
Mm,
but not necessarily expected, I guess, so much from him. And maybe that's because I'm just maybe not as knowledgeable about his catalog and his music. But for me, I thought we covered Hope before, or
mm,
not Hope, I'm sorry, Happy
right,
before. Hope is the name of the album. We covered Happy on the pod, more of a kind of singing song, a little more poppy than maybe some of the rest of the stuff on his project. And I think he does a good job of mixing kind of poppy stuff, kind of almost very cinematic with some of the production tracks he has, kind of similar to how we mentioned about Macklemore
mm,
with tracks like Ceiling Can't Hold Us. They have those kind of like cinematic type tracks.
right.
So I think he does that. I think he does the pop angle with the singing tracks well. Uh, and I think he raps well. I think personally for me, what I enjoyed most about this project were the tracks that he rapped. Uh I thought the rapping tracks, he did some of the best rapping that I've heard. So I have to give him props for that. For me, I'm not the biggest fan of, I guess, what some people would call pop rap or I won't even say that I don't necessarily like pop music. I like pop music. I just prefer, I guess, my pop artists to be pop artists and my rappers to be rappers. But maybe that's just a personal bias. Regardless of all of that, I thought it was a very, like you said, I thought the subject matter was very poignant. I thought he touched on some things that people could definitely relate to. So I understand his motive behind that. But for me personally, I just prefer the tracks that he rapped on a little more than the kind of poppy and singy songs. So highlights would be "Turn My Back," "Careful" featuring Corday. I feel like it's probably one of the better songs on the whole project. "Mama" is dope as well. "Suffice" I really enjoyed, and "Let 'Em Pray," and and as we spoke on, "Happy." So yeah, I thought this was cool.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Shout out to NF, man. Next up, we got Kota the Friend, "To See a Sunset." I'll let you start this one off.
Okay, yeah, this is Code of the Friend featuring Statik Selektah on the production on this one. And I think they did Tequila Sunrise like towards the end of last year, if I'm not mistaken. And I think we covered it.
Yep.
And obviously with this one, "To See a Sunset," kind of like the, you know, the latter part of that. So I thought that was dope.
Right.
Man, Kota was incredible on this. The rapping was incredible. Uh, Obviously talking about some things going on with his situation in his personal life. You know, him enjoying life, enjoying the benefits of you know, his labor and enjoying his relationship with his wife, but definitely some thought provoking things on this project as well. So I got to give him props. I thought, once again, like I said about Don Toliver, I really don't think there's a bad song on this project.
Right.
But highlights for me, I would say "High Noon," which we covered on the pod once before. Real Ones, I really enjoyed. Elevator is dope as well. "Go Brooklyn" is probably my favorite track on this whole project. I just like the beat. I like the way he wrote the track. It, lyrics, everything about that track is fire. Maybe So I thought was really dope as well. Fire beat. "One Life" and "Free Not Woke" is once again great song, fire beat. So shout out to both of them. Statik Selektah had some excellent production on this as well. So dope project.
Yeah, I co-sign. You named pretty much most of the songs I wrote down, but yeah, it is a good project, and I heard a lot of the stuff that you mentioned, you know, about his wife and just other things going on in his life. Highlights for me would be "Real Ones," "Elevator," "Maybe So," "Free Not Woke," and "Thank You." But yeah, it's an incredible project, and he did some good rapping on here. And Statik Selektah always, drops dope beats. Great project.
Absolutely.
Last but not least, man, we got Rae Sremmurd-Sreem for life. Man, this project is crazy. I've been waiting on this because the Sucker or something, I've been kind of anticipating this album since that came out. I was a little shocked that it wasn't on here, and I knew it wasn't going to be on here because when the track list got released, I saw it wasn't on there. But the production on here is crazy, man. Mike Will, some of the beats that he did on here, it was incredible. A couple beats. One of the beats on here kind of had like a '90s feel, almost like a Kilo Ali type feel to it. But highlights for me would be "Origami Hotties," "Not So Bad," "Lean's Gone Cold," which is kind of like the Dotto sample. Flaunt It" and "Cheap." It's like two songs in one. I like that track a lot. If I'm not mistaken, I think "Sexy" is the one I'm talking about that had like the '90s Kilo Ali type of '90s rap beat to it. I thought that one was fire. "Torpedo," I like that one a lot. I don't know if this is my favorite song on here, but the production on here is definitely my favorite song. And I take that back. This song may be my favorite song. This song is fire, man. "ADHD Anthem," which is the last song on the album, "Too Many Emotions," but fire. I think both guys rap well. The production was good, and it's good to see those guys back making music together again.
Yeah, man. Rae Sremmurd-Sreem for life. Yeah, this is dope, bro.
Yeah,
And like you said, we kind of been anticipating this one ever since they dropped Sucker or something. So that was dope to see them re-up on that and give us, what we've been looking for. And it's been a minute too, so
yeah,
that was dope as well. Origami, definitely a highlight for me. Royal Flush featuring Young Thug. Mississippi Slide to me is crazy.
mm-hmm.
Tanisha Pump that we've covered that on the pod, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Not So Bad, Lean's Gone Cold. You mentioned that one. Activate featuring Future Fire.
Yeah,
Really enjoyed that one. Flaunt It / Cheat Fire. Sexy was the song that you're referencing, and I want to say that was like a straight Kilo Ali sample. I want to say that's the nasty
yeah, it
dance
sounded
remix.
like it. Yeah,
Yeah, so it sounded like a sample to me. So yeah, and last but not least, Something I'm Not, incredible track. Production is crazy. Sway Lee's vocals dope. Fire. I love it.
yeah, absolutely, man. It's great, great album, man.
And we do have one more. Kalila Raven.
Which one?
Kalila Raven.
I didn't even get that one, man. I didn't review it. Can we just add it to next week?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I didn't see that one.
All right. So next we'll go with new singles. First we'll start with Miles Oxygen. I'll let you start.
Fire. I liked it. I love the video. I thought the video was dope. I thought his vocals sounded good. Never even heard of Miles before. It's my first time hearing anything from him, but yeah, he sounded well. The vocals were clean, and it's a great track, man. Great, nice harmonies as well.
Yeah, for sure. Uh, I thought it was dope as well. Great production, dope vocals. Never heard of Miles before, but I'll definitely be more interested in his music if I see his name pop up because I thought this was dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next we have Ice Spice featuring Nicki Minaj-Princess Diana remix. It's fire. I mean, I like the original track. Nicki did her thing. The video is dope as well. So yeah, fire.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people talk about this song and the video. So I went to it, to check it out. I like the energy of it. I don't know if I love the song or not, but I do like Ice Spice a lot. I don't know. I guess the flow just kind of sounded like another song of hers or something like that. But I thought it was cool. I wasn't in love with it, but I thought it was all right.
Cool. Next we have Locksmith with America. I'll let you start.
Bars, bars, man. He kind of just gave his synopsis of where America is. He talked about political hypocrisy, he talked about stuff going on and kind of like global affairs, and just kept it interesting, and thought the video was dope with the guy dressed up like Uncle Sam behind him trying to entice him to do stuff. Fire track, man. Great bars.
Yeah, facts. I agree. Dope track. Locksmith. I don't think I've ever heard a bad song from Locksmith. And I think I said this maybe once before. A lot of the time the knock on really lyrical guys is they don't make enjoyable songs. I think he has, you know, made it his purpose to try to break that thought process. So shout out to Locksmith. I think this is another dope song and fire with the message as well. So fire.
Yeah, definitely.
Next we got Dage Loaf with Melodies from Heaven. Uh, First time hearing from Dage Loaf, so it's kind of track kind of came out of nowhere, but it was dope to hear from her. I thought it was dope when I heard, Melodies from Heaven, it kind of took me back to the Kurt Franklin song. So I didn't know if maybe she was gonna have a sample on there or what. But overall, I thought it was a dope song.
Okay. I like Dej a lot. I don't know. This track didn't quite do it for me. I don't know. I guess I disrespected her to rap. It's kind of more singy, auto-tune stuff, but it was cool. I mean, I've heard better from her.
I feel it. Next we got Anoyd with 210s freestyle. This is fire to me. That the game in Jadena bar is ridiculous. Like, yeah, fire.
Cosign is fire, man. You killed it.
Next we have Heem with Rush Hour. I'll let you start.
This is dope, man. I liked it a lot. I thought it was a fire track. I love the whole concept. I liked it a lot, man.
No, thanks. Bars, dope production. And I mean, we spoke on it before. Everybody with Griselda, Black Soprano family, drum work. Like, if you're somehow affiliated with Griselda, you're dope. Everybody in that camp is fire. So, shout out to him. This is a dope track.
Absolutely.
Symba featuring Raven Tyler with Outrageous. I'll let you start. I know Symba's your guy.
I like Symba a lot. I like Symba. I think Symba is I think Symba's kind of like could be that next guy, man. I don't know. I thought this song was okay. I get the message of it. But I don't think it was like his greatest song. And he rapped well, so it's nothing against him. Maybe it was like the production or maybe how the song was produced, but it was cool. I mean, I've heard better from him though.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was cool. Like you said, I thought he rapped well. The hook was cool. So shout out to Raven Tyler on that. Maybe the production, could have been a little bit better or maybe a little different. But I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was cool.
Right.
Next, we have Saba featuring No ID with Back in the Office. This is fire. And I mean, Saba's fire. No ID on the beat is fire. I noticed he said that J. Cole passed on this beat in 2009, which is very interesting that in 2023, he's using this beat and it's still fire. So shout out to Saba, shout out to No ID fire track.
I co-sign everything you just said, man. This track is incredible. He rapped well, a lot of energy in the video. No ID on the beat. It was crazy.
Thanks. Next, we got Blanco with Londis. This was cool. Blanco is a UK drill rapper. I had to do a little research on that. I could tell from, the accent when I heard the track, and obviously you can tell a drill beat when you hear it. But I could tell from the accent when I heard the track that more than likely he was foreign. Yeah. So went to do a little research, and I found out he's a UK rapper. I like his flow. I think his flow is very dope. Kind of unique as well. Obviously some, slang from overseas I'm not going to understand. But overall, I thought that he flowed well on the track. I thought the beat was dope. And I'm not the biggest, fan of drill either. But I thought it was cool. I got nothing negative to say.
Yeah, I kind of liked it. I thought it was cool. Like you said, he's got the accent, so that stood out. But yeah, I kind of liked it. I liked the video too. I thought it was a pretty cool track.
For sure. Next, we have 42 Dugg with It Get Deeper Part 2. We've covered 42 Dugg before on the track, on the podcast. And this one's cool. Not my favorite song from him. I didn't think it was bad, but I've definitely heard songs from him that I enjoy more.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I heard the message, that he had to say, but I thought it was okay though. It was cool, not bad. It was all right.
for sure. Next we have Halfbreed Vroom, and this is Logic and C. Castro, who was on his last project, College Park. I'll let you start.
Yeah, I thought it was dope, man. I know they got the EP out that we'll probably end up covering next week. It's just 3 songs, but I like this one. I like the energy in the video. I thought the rapping was great. I like the hook, so it's fire track. I liked it.
Yeah, I thought this was dope too. Thought the hook was dope. I like how they kind of did the little Logic would say one part, and then C. Castro would say another part of the hook. I thought that was dope. Uh, like you said, the videos looked like they had a lot of fun.
Mhm.
Maybe Logic was having a little too much fun at certain points, but
Right.
but yeah, I thought it was dope. Great song.
Yeah, definitely.
Next we have Cowboy with Stargaze. Um, I'll let you start.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought this was dope, man. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. For a minute, I was kind of like, okay, it's auto tune, but I just, Terrance, you gotta do better with that. So I listened to the song, and listened to what you talked about. It was fire. I really liked it, man. And like I said, I'm trying to evolve and get a little bit better with being more open minded. I really enjoyed the track though. I thought it was fire.
I did too. I thought it was dope. Nothing negative to say. Uh, I thought it was well written as well.
Absolutely.
Very well written, but dope.
Yeah.
Next we have Cantrell with Air. Uh, Fire.
Fire.
I like Cantrell. Glad we got a chance to cover him. I love the whole idea and just everything that he was doing in the video with the rapping, the timing with the Air movie just coming out. Dope. I got nothing negative to say. Shout out to Cantrell. Fire.
Fire. Fire. Fire. I wish you would have maybe even like, I don't know, maybe put some wording from the Air movie in that description box to help the algorithm a little bit, because this song should have a lot more views, man. This song is fire. I like the whole concept. I like that one bar he said, "This is my 13th flow." Yeah, he was going off, man. The beat was fire. This is probably the best song of the week, to be honest with you.
Definitely one of the highlights for sure. And Cantrell is dope. Like I said, I'm glad we get a chance to cover him. So yeah, shout out
Yeah,
to Cantrell. Dope,
yeah,
dope
definitely.
track. Next we got Low featuring Statik, Selektah, and Rome Streetz with Crystal Controls. Um, we covered Low. What was that? Maybe like 2 weeks ago, I think,
Yeah, with
with the
currency.
track. Yeah, with the track with Currency. Kind of had like the kind of Slick Rick vibe to
Yep.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was cool. Honestly, I really didn't know what to expect from him. You know, when I saw that he had another track out, I was like, okay, this is probably gonna be more similar to what that track was. Complete 180. He was rapping his tail off on this song. Like bars,
Mm-hmm.
straight bars. And I guess, when you're rapping on the track with somebody like Wrong Streets, you gotta come with it as well too. So, but no, completely different vibe. And not that I thought the other song was bad. I just thought, the vibe was one way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice to see that he's not, stuck in a box or
Mm-hmm.
confined to maybe one style. He seems to show some versatility with this track. So I thought it was dope.
Yeah, I co-sign. I thought the video was fire. Them kind of like at a horse ranch and stuff. You tell they had like a lot of fun shooting it. Yeah, incredible track, man. Static Selektah again, incredible production. Nimlo rap well. Rome Streets went off though. That verse was crazy. But yeah, incredible track, man. I liked it a lot.
Facts. And lastly, we have 38 Special with Crown King. I'll let you start.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I mean, I like the beat, the energy from it, and he rapped well on it. So yeah, fire track.
Yeah, beat was dope. Dope production. 38 Special once again. I mean, Griselda, Black Soprano family. He's part of that crew as well. So I don't expect anything less but, dope music when they drop. And this was dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely did some dope rapping as well. So shout out to 38 Special. Probably one of my favorite solo tracks from him that I've heard up to the point.
Okay. Yeah, man, definitely. So next week we're going to cover I guess up to this point in the year, kind of like our quarterly review of albums and R&B albums, hip hop albums, and singles of the year. So I look forward to to doing that.
Yeah, it should be interesting, man. And don't worry, we're still gonna hit y'all with an episode next week as well with singles and new albums. So kind of like a 2-pack next week. So
yeah, and we appreciate everybody who left comments in the comment section. Continue to comment of albums that you're listening to, or maybe something that we cover on the show. Give us your thoughts of some projects and that you're enjoying as well.
Facts, thoughts, comments, criticisms, critiques, drop them in the comment section. We love to see it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Mike, give everybody your social media, man.
Yes, sir. That's M1C_CH3CK.
All right. And you can find me on Instagram at Terrance the Great, Facebook page, Terrance Hill. And then on YouTube, I have 2 pages, Terrance Hill Music and In the Hills. Definitely, you can also listen to this podcast on Spotify, Apple as well. So continue to share and comment. We appreciate you guys for vibing with us. We'll see you guys on the very next episode. Take care.